Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a poppy seed chicken and rice casserole. Y'all, this casserole is a family favorite, and I know that when you make this, it's going to become one of your family's favorites too. This is really simple to put together. Basically, we're just assembling ingredients. And the first ingredient that I'm starting with is some chicken. I've got about 3 cups of shredded chicken. Now you can use rotisserie chicken, you can use any leftover chicken that you'd like. I use 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I just seasoned them with a little olive oil and SMP and roasted them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, and they turned out perfect. Next, I've got a delicious sauce that we're gonna toss this chicken in. The first thing I'm adding is 16 ounces of sour cream. Now, if you're not a fan of sour cream, you can always use a good Greek yogurt. That's delicious in this casserole. And next, I've got a can of cream of chicken soup. I'm just thinking that you can't have a casserole, especially a chicken casserole, without cream of chicken soup. It takes everything to another level, and there's not anything out there that can mimic this flavor. There's just tons of flavor in this can. Now I'm also adding a can of cream of mushroom soup. If you're not a fan of cream of mushroom soup, you can use 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. It just really depends on what I have in my pantry. I've used both and they're equally delicious. Okay, if this wasn't enough, I'm gonna take it a step further. I like a little bit of cheese in my poppy seed chicken. And y'all, this is just a cup of Kobe Jack cheese. You can use cheddar, or you can eliminate this. I just like the cheesy goodness in this recipe. It adds a little bit more of that good salty flavor, and it's delicious, y'all. I'm also adding a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'll sprinkle that right on, and then we've got a full tablespoon of our poppy seeds. My grandmother used to make this casserole all the time, and I loved it. I never understood the poppy seeds, but you know what? It just gives it flavor and texture, and it entertains you after you eat because you're picking the poppy seeds out of your teeth. Come on now. There we go. Now I'm gonna keep these poppy seeds close because we're gonna use them in our topping as well. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just fold these ingredients together. I might have underestimated the size of my bowl. I just want to get this chicken coated in all of these delicious ingredients. It's gonna be so, so good. I'm also gonna add a little salt and pepper, but I didn't want to add that until I tasted it, just to let me know how much I need. And just taste a little bit of this. Yum. I'm gonna give it a good healthy pinch of salt. I'd say that's maybe a 1/2 teaspoon, and a good healthy pinch of some coarse ground black pepper. You could also put some cayenne pepper in this. Yum, if you like it a little bit spicy. Now let's talk about the rice part of this poppy seed chicken and rice casserole. I've got 3 cups of cooked rice here, and I've layered it in the bottom of my 9 by 13 inch baking dish. And y'all, this rice is so good in this casserole. Normally you serve poppy seed chicken over hot rice, so why not just go ahead and add it into your casserole? It's so good. My cousin Tammy had this idea, and she served it to us one night at a family dinner, and I've been making it this way ever since. Now I'm taking this chicken mixture, and this is going all over my rice. It's such a great thing to have this rice underneath because all of these good flavors are just going to drip right into the rice and give it so much more flavor than it would if you were just serving it over rice after the casserole had cooked. Now for the delicious topping for this casserole, I have a stick of salted butter, and that's going right into my bowl. And I'm just using the bowl that I mixed everything up in, but this is going in the microwave just until it melts. All right, my butter is melted, and now comes the Ritz crackers. Now you need to use 2 large tubes of your Ritz crackers, but I don't have the large tubes. I just have the short stacks. So here we go. They need to be crushed. Just take your Ritz crackers and squeeze. Last one. In you go. And more poppy seeds. We want everybody to know that this is a poppy seed chicken casserole, so I'm adding a teaspoon of poppy seeds to our topping. Now, if you want a little bit more of a garlic flavor, you can always add a little bit more garlic powder to this topping. Now, I'm just gonna fold this together. Y'all, these buttery crackers make this casserole so good. Yum. Now, if you are making this, let's say the day ahead, just go ahead and make your casserole and wrap it up, store it in the refrigerator, and then add your topping right before you cook it. Now, on this goes. Want to make sure that I get an even layer all over this casserole. Now you could also, if you just really like this topping, you can double the recipe for it. No one will complain. And there we go. Now everything in this casserole has already been fully cooked. All we're doing is warming it through and melting the cheese and getting a nice crisp on this Ritz cracker layer. Now I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and this is going to cook about 40 minutes. You just want to make sure that it's completely warmed through, a little bubbly in the center, and we're good to go. Look at this delicious casserole. This cooked for 40 minutes, and I've been letting it rest for about 10. You want to let a good casserole rest for a few minutes before you serve it. It makes a big difference. Now, let's see how this tastes. Look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, we've got a good cheese pull there. Now I have a little bit of chopped parsley just to make it pretty. I just like that little pop of green. Now, I'm going in for the taste. I can't wait another minute. I want to make sure I get lots of that good topping and rice. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so good. I love the Ritz cracker on top, that buttery goodness. And then you get just that creaminess with chicken and rice. This is the perfect meal. Make a side salad to go with it, maybe some crusty French bread, and you have got dinner. And believe me, this will serve a lot of people. I would say this would serve up to possibly 8 people, unless you have a huge eater in your house. You've got to try this recipe. It's definitely a Southern staple. You're a blessing to me. Thanks so much for watching today. Will you press that like button and share this with your friend? And please make sure you're following me at Kathy's Southern Kitchen on Facebook and YouTube. I share different content on both platforms, so make sure you subscribe to both of those channels. All right, y'all, dinner is served and we're ready for it. I'll see you next time. Bye.